Hello, second graders. Our reading lesson will be broken into two lessons. The first one will be our vocabulary words that we need to know for our story today. And then our second lesson will be on our shared reading story. So let's get started with our words that we need to know, or our vocabulary words. The first word is adventure.
Adventure. I want to travel around the world and find adventure.
So if someone likes to go on an adventure, they like doing exciting and unusual things. So I want you to think about an adventure you have had. It could be going on a hike, it could be walking through the forest, it could be going on a little boat, a canoe, any adventure where you're kind of exploring and doing some exciting and unusual things. Our next word is D, and I have the word light and then ED. Delighted.
Delighted. Ling was delighted when her grandmother came to visit. Delighted. If you feel delighted, you feel very pleased about something.
So to define delighted, it is if you feel very pleased about something. So right now, I want you to think about a time that you were delighted about something, and then I want you to think, what did your face look like? Our next vocabulary word is the word dreamed.
Dreamed. Juan dreamed of being an actor when he grows up.
So if you dream about something you want to happen, you imagine it happening. So right now, I want you to think of a dream you have had recently or even in the past year. And what was it? And then I want you to think, have you ever dreamed of being something when you grow up? For example, what have you dreamed about growing up to be? Maybe like a farmer or a doctor or a nurse or a banker or a teacher. What are you dreaming to be when you grow up? Our next vocabulary word is the word enjoyed, or we pronounce it enjoyed. So it looks like it should be N, but it's in. We pronounce it enjoyed.
Enjoyed. We enjoyed playing in the pool on the hot day.
So if you enjoy doing something, you like doing it. So I want you to think about, what did you enjoy doing yesterday on Monday? Whether you're at home, at daycare, what did you enjoy doing? Our next vocabulary word is the word grumbled.
Grumbled. My stomach grumbled because I was hungry.
So if something grumbled, it made a low rumbling sound. So I want you to think of a time that your stomach grumbled, and why did it grumble?
Grumbled. If something grumbled, it made a low rumbling sound.
Did your stomach grumble because you were hungry? I know that's when my stomach grumbles. Our next vocabulary word is a compound word. We have the word moon and then light. So our compound word is moonlight.
Moonlight. Moonlight can help sailors see at night. Moonlight. Moonlight is the moon's glow that you often see at night.
So moonlight is the moon's glow that you often see at night. So I want you to think about a time you used moonlight to see something. So maybe you're outside late at night, and maybe it was the summertime, maybe you're camping, maybe you were having a campfire, campfire. What did you use the moon to help you or guide you for? Our next vocabulary word is neighbor.
Neighbor. I went across the street to play with my neighbor.
So a neighbor is a person who lives near you. So I want you to think of someone who lives near you and is your neighbor. Now I want you to think, what makes someone a good neighbor? Because sometimes we have not so nice or good neighbors, but what makes a good neighbor? So maybe they're kind, thoughtful, considerate, helpful. Maybe, they help you when you need help. They watch out for maybe your family, your house. Keep an eye on you guys if you're gone. So those are all good qualities of a neighbor. All right, the last one is also a compound word. I have the word night and then time. So the compound word is nighttime.
Nighttime. I like to watch the stars at nighttime.
So nighttime is the dark part of the day. So we know we have daytime when it's light, and nighttime is when it's dark. And so I want you to think, what are some things you like to do at nighttime besides sleeping? Because I know we all sleep at the nighttime, but what are some things that you like to do in the nighttime? Think about the summer. I know at nighttime we like to go have a campfire. At nighttime we like to look for the stars. So what are some things you like to do in the nighttime? Okay, those are our 8 vocabulary words for the week. Now we are going to do our vocabulary page together. This page is a hard, tricky page. So I want to do it together with you. Now this probably looks a little different because Mrs. Murphy got a new computer, which means I also have new programs on my computer. So it looks a little different than what I normally have, but it still hopefully should work. So find this page. It is page 111. And once you find it, put your name at the top nice and neat. And if you need to pause the video, please do so. And Mrs. Murphy is going to go over our vocabulary words that we just learned. We have adventure, grumble, delighted, moonlight, dreamed, neighbor, enjoyed, nighttime. Now this one's a little different because it's a story. We have to read the story and choose words from the box to complete the sentences and then write the answers on the line. So I will start the story and I'll read it and I would like you to follow along with your finger. The sky got dark when blank came. So I want you to think, when would the sky get dark? Adventure, grumbled, delighted, moonlight, dreamed, neighbor, enjoyed, nighttime. If you said nighttime, you're right. So on the first blank, we're going to put the word night. Time. So it's a compound word. I hear the N and the I-G-H making the I sound and then the T, and then we're going to put the word time right next to it. And I can sound out time. Time. All right, pause the video throughout this page if you need to. Max blank that the end of the day was boring. Max blank that the end of the day was boring. So if he thinks something is boring, how do you think he would feel or react? Enjoyed, no. Dreamed, neighbor, delighted, moonlight, adventure, grumbled. Yes, so grumbled, like your stomach grumbles when you're hungry, so that means your stomach's not very happy. So Max maybe isn't very happy that the end of the day was boring, so he's gonna grumble. And not with his stomach, but maybe like grumble with his mouth or his words. So number 2 or the second one should be grum, bold, grumbled. All right, pause it if you need to. Mrs. Murphy will continue. Let's take a walk outside, said Mom. The stars and blank can light our way. The stars and what else would be in the sky besides the stars? Adventure, delighted, moonlight, baby moonlight, the moon, dreamed, neighbor, enjoyed. I think the only one that best fits in there is moonlight. So moon, and then light, L-I-G-H-T, moonlight. Okay, make sure you write moonlight there, pause it if you need to. Mrs. Murphy's gonna move it up so we can continue. They walked down the street. Max was surprised and. So our choices that we have left are adventure, delighted, dreamed, neighbor, enjoyed. So Max was surprised and blank to see an owl fly by. So if he's surprised, he's probably also what? What would be the best choice? If you said delighted, you're right. So he's surprised, but he's very happy. He's delighted. So in this next blank, we're gonna put D-E, and then the word light, L-I-G-H-T, and then E-D, because it already happened, delighted. To see an owl fly by. All right, the next sentence says, they passed the house of a blank. So think, they're walking down the street, they pass the house of an adventure. Let's see what else we have. Adventure, we have dreamed, enjoyed, or neighbor. Oh, definitely neighbor. They pass the house of a neighbor. N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R. There was a light shining in each window. Max and Mom returned home. What did you think of our night? Blank asked Mom. So our choices that we have left are adventure, enjoyed, and dreamed. So what did you think of our night? Enjoyed, dreamed, or adventure? If you said adventure, you're right. So it's kind of like a night adventure they went on. So add, A-D, then vent, V-E-N-T, and then chur, T-U-R-E. Got two left, and now the last two we're gonna use enjoyed and dreamed. I really blank it, said Max. So I really dreamed it, said Max. I really enjoyed it, said Max. Well, he could dream it, but let's see what would make sense down here. I never blank that night could be so exciting. I never enjoyed that night could be so exciting, or I never dreamed that night could be so exciting. I know that dreamed would have to go down here to make sense. So if the bottom one is dreamed, D-R-E-A-M-E-D, then this one has to be enjoyed. So I really enjoyed it, said Max. I never dreamed that night could be so exciting. All right, second graders, finish this page, pause it if you need to. When you get done, keep this in a safe spot because you're gonna have to turn this in so Mrs. Murphy can grade it.